All right. Should be working. I might be back. I might have broke it. This is why it's a test stream. All right. Let me see if I can get this MIDI. Okay. That might work. Okay, Matt says I'm back. All right, let me refresh my page here. Oh, and Matt is on my screen. Cool. All right, have I done my dailies? I have not done my dailies. Hooray! I'm back. All right, so we'll have to mess with that a little more to get Discord, because right now I can't get Discord on here. But I'm sure we'll get there. Not a new computer, just a new setup. So I'm not sure. Oh, that's weird. I can hear myself. All right. So I'm gonna have to play with the. I can play with the audio stuff offline. That should actually work offline. Just fine. Oh, I have a new guide coming out for something really cool I want to show you guys real quick. Check this out. Look at how I get to my botanist. I click here, and I click twice. I have all of my classes. Every single class in the game is right here. So if I want to switch to Blue Mage, there's Blue Mage. If I want to switch to Warrior, I click Tank twice. If I want to switch to through my healers, there's all three of my healers. So go back to my botanist so I can complete this. Oh, it's laggy. Why is it laggy? Shouldn't be. Cool. Yeah, so we'll see kind of how this works. Oh, it is laggy. Well, was it laggy earlier? It wasn't, was it? It says I've got full, everything's going out. It says it requires 8 megabits a second at 1080p at 60 frames, and that's what it wants. And according to the stream quality, it says that I'm good. Check if my frame FPS is capped. I don't see anything that says I'm capped. There's a delay between when I start to talk and I use voice. Okay. How about that? Let's see if that's working. I changed something. Why not go higher to like 1440? So 1080p is the highest my capture card offers. There's a slight delay. Oh, I called it 100K Gil. Oh no. You can be the first one to comment it on the video. I'm not going to re-record it because I already recorded the whole thing once and the audio came out garbage. I spent 25 minutes recording it the first time. So an hour is about as long as I'm willing to put into it. Now it's better. Great. And now I can see your chat over here. And I can see how many are watching. And oh, this is... So I can actually like close all of this. Okay. So I changed that. So can I turn game sound back on? No, now I can literally hear my clicking and like a... Are you guys getting the like feedback? I can hear myself. All right, we'll turn that off. I'll work on game sound. I can do that offline. That doesn't require being online. What does require being online is like the widgets, the fact that I can see you guys chatting. And then if I assume that if we stay live long enough, I'm going to stay live for probably another, well, till I finish these dailies. And see if that's stable again. Looks like it is. Cool. So there is still a delay. Okay. I don't know. So I was doing it through OBS before, but oh, this is cool. You guys don't see my browser right now, and my browser is over the screen. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's really neat. Okay. So I'm actually doing it through the Elgato app. I'm streaming straight out of it, which I've never done. I did it when we first started Work to Game, and like it was this whole issue because it generated way too much data on like my hard drive and everything. But now my hard drive now I keep like 300 gig around, which 300 gig with the rate at which we like the way we make videos should last like a week. So every week I have to clear it off, but Brian and I both got our current computers when YouTube was like definitely a hobby, so they're newer than that, and something we wanted to do. So we both have computers that run games just fine, but not we make videos 7 days a week type thing. So I think both of us really hurt for hard drive space, and I think that if either one of us were to build a new computer today, we would be talking how many terabytes can I slam into this thing. It's so cool to be able to see you guys chatting. Now, what I don't know is if I go over to Twitch, I don't know if we have to be live for this to work. Twitch, Work to Game. We may have to be live for this to work, but I'm going to try chatting in my chat room and see if this works. It says I'm offline. Yes, I am offline. Hello. Oh, yes, I can see people across platform. Oh, that's cool. All right. So Brian was doing all of this through the Streamlabs application, which only runs on Windows. And so I've never had that as an option, and so I just never really dealt with it. But I don't know. It just kind of like it came to me today, like how I could kind of mess with this. I was going to try to use a thing called like Inject Siphon, which allows me to just manually... What it is, I wanted to start streaming in 1080p, and so as I started looking at that, what it takes, I was running out of CPU if I wanted to encode to record and to edit and like all the things. That's weird. Oh, I'm actually done with this one, right? Oh, no, I'm not. Collision of Cultures. What do you want? What do you want from me? Buy the big thing. Because I can't get off of this, right? If I get off of it, my mount won't work, even though it's the same mount. Which is frustrating. And I move my mini-map down here so that when people subscribe, all their stuff should be up in the top corner. Yeah, I use Mac. I switched to Mac in college. It was really good for the way it ran, like, editing software for images and for rendering in 3D modelers. What's up, Santos? I think it might be down here on the bridge. Maybe? There it is. You have an idea for us to do for some fun? I'm all ears. Yeah, so this is entirely done through my capture card software. So the capture card software is running on Mac, and so I'm looking at my Mac right now, and then my PlayStation is over there, and it cuts my TV totally out of the loop. Sometimes like I look at my TV, so this works really well. Okay, so that's done. So I can now get off this mount and get on a mount. Ideally, it doesn't have an action bar. Perfect. Hello, Pony. So I've got one down here I can go turn in. My inventory is clogged with just all the stuff I've been gathering from this, so I need to stop doing that. All these like market prohibited. I don't really know what they're all used for. Like, it's just a ton of market prohibited stuff. Alright. Are you excited to see, like, chat on stream? I thought that was cool. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that that cuts off up at this corner. I don't know how many of my mice can you guys see? Can you just see one? You can just see the one. Okay, so I have 2 mice. No, I'm on Mac, Griff. Okay, so you can't see my other... So you can't see my other thing here. Now, I can't be in Discord until I get the audio figured out, because Elgato doesn't look at anything except south of Reunion. That's Reunion, right? Yes. Elgato doesn't look at anything but game sound and mic sound. And so I've got to teach it to look at PC sound, and then I've got to find a way to get my game sound shipped out to my headphones without showing up as PC sound. Which it's all possible. It's what I'm already with OBS, like it's a big complex shenanigans. All right, so I need 3 step onions. Oh, that's a weird spot for that to be. We'll move it out here. And then when the world visit system comes out, we can have people scout out all the worlds, and then yeah, so we could absolutely use World Visit to better do hunts, to better do, like from an economic standpoint, it's incredibly intriguing. I don't want to pick up extras anymore because we want to kind of start whittling down. Okay, so I may need to make chat a little bit longer. If we make a Google Doc with the achievements, people can sign up and join. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, so how do I make this? I want to fix chat. So if I make chat a little smaller, and then I come over here and I edit the scene. The problem is that, like, so when I join a party, so as much width as I'm willing to give, it's weird that it uses, like, it doesn't, see how it doesn't use this left side? I want it to slam, like, all the way into that. I guess that's so that you can have a really long name. Can I invert that? Probably not. Do you think there's one that, I don't like boxed. I think I like clean the best. Okay. Yeah, there just isn't a way to, like, get that exactly where I want it so that it shows bigger blocks of text. I think that works. Man. You have open space on the right. Yeah, so this is where my quest log fills. And then this is where, like, when people subscribe. So, like, I could move this stuff and put it down here. But, like, what ends up happening is as I get more quests, that tends to fill out. This is the event, which is fine where it is. I could move this and put it up here. Disciple land getting fighting skills? Wouldn't that be the day? Oh, right now you can see me typing text. Don't want that. That'd be bad. That is what that's for, is so that if I'm typing something reasonably private. Okay. Yeah, so, like, that's honestly the issue here, is if I go over here and I open up HUD layout, you can see the issue that I'm having. So, like, I already had to move enemy lists, and we'll see if that drives me nuts that that's somewhere else. And then I've got party list. Move scenario here. Limit gauge. There, I don't know what that looks like. I wish you could, like, test it, because it's not the size of its box. Yeah. I don't know. You can definitely play with it. It's neat to see it with text. Can I just widen it? Does it have to be square? No, it doesn't. That helps. Okay, so we'll do that. End editing. I like it, though. I like that we have that option. Move scenario by Gil. Well, that's not a bad idea. Let's see here. You guys are going to see my UI change like every single thing. Now, I just recorded, so last night I recorded 7 videos, and then I recorded 1 today. So like as those roll out, you're going to see it the old way, and then the new way is just going to kind of show up. Inventory grid. Main menu can go in the very bottom with Gil above it. And then this can appear here. And you want to give this a little padding because it gets the quest underneath it when you have a class quest. All right. And then that allows, that looks nice. And then that allows party list to jump all the way up, which works for tanks and healers, or tanks and DPS. Doesn't work for healers because I use mouse over healing. And then with party list up there, I can save. I don't remember how to shrink them. There's a way. Is it in settings? UI element settings? There we go. Scenario guide, element size. Drop it to 60%. Yeah. Save. Okay. Yeah, that would let me kind of slam it a little more in the corner. And then I can put inventory grid like right the freak on top of it. And then notices like right on top of that. Yeah, job quest. Yes. All right. So then that allows, if we go back to our HUD layout, that allows me to go in here and make, because really it's just how much of y'all's chat can I put on here. Okay. And then this can move down just a touch. That allows me to come down a little. Oh, wrong mouse. You guys can't see the other mouse, can you? Okay. Save, exit, and edit, editing. There we go. Do that. I don't know which. I assume you guys can't see the other mouse. Deliver step onions to the cook. Hello. All right. Hand over. Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure I want the compass there at all. I think I want to move it. I think I want to start centering things on my character like I would do in a traditional, like, back when I used to raid. Oh, my car showed up. How nice. I didn't have room for it on this bar because, like, gathering at level 70 is so many abilities. And then I put these things over here, and then this is... I was really excited about this, and I really hope you guys, like, dig it. I put a guide together on it, one of the videos I recorded yesterday. So, like, for any of you just joining, basically it allows me to get to any class within about 3 clicks, with the exception of crafters, which you're never in a hurry. So, like, imagine that I queued as my pugilist. Yes, I'm not a monk. I'm only, like, level 16 or 15 or something goofy, because I don't play melee defense. Ooh, what is that? What are you? What element is that over there? HUD layout. What frame is that? What frame? I don't know how to get rid of that. Ugh. Okay, Steven. Cool. Yeah, they said it was like off by like multiple seconds earlier, so it seems to be closer now. I messed with audio a little bit and it took the whole stream down. So I think I'm going to try to mess with audio offline and see if I can get that. I can actually see it lagging. Like I can see my own face moving after my face. So I don't know. Yeah. it's going to keep popping up. Like, anytime I do anything new. So say I'm on there, I queue for a dungeon, and the dungeon takes, like, oh, it's 30 minutes, and then I want to, like, go back to botany. I can literally just click here, and then click a second time, and I'm all done. Now, there should be a way to lock this bar. How do I lock the bar? Hot bars, hot bars. How do I lock it? I should move that into that corner, though, while I'm there. There we go. It's better. Lock is next to number 1. Oh, and that locks all of them? Oh, better. Thank you. Thank you. All right. That's great. Cool. What do you want? You want pods of fava beans? East of something. East of Molo. So east should be directly north of me. Should be right here. There it is. And I need 3 of these with 100% chance. Bam. 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 I wish I could gather these high quality. Yeah, I'm still on PS4, so that hasn't changed. So what changed is that I was streaming and recording everything through OBS. And so what I was doing was it was coming in through the PlayStation, hitting my capture card, coming over to my Mac on Elgato, being captured there and driven into OBS, and then OBS was pushing it out to either my hard drive and or streaming, and I could do both simultaneously. And 720p allowed me to have that window set up at 720p, and then on my 5K monitor, I still had enough room to manage chat, manage OBS, manage Discord, all these other things around it. But now, what you guys can't see is that, like, I can literally change the size of this window. So I just shrunk this window way down, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and push it like all the way to like full screen basically, and that didn't affect the stream at all. Thanks for stopping by, Chili. All right. So that's what changed, is that now you guys are no longer seeing my desktop. You're seeing a direct export out of Elgato. Now, I'm not going to be able to show like a browser that way. And audio is getting lost. Now, that's different. Lag wasn't worrying me. If it's getting lost, that's a more urgent issue. Okay. So I can check... I'll check that as soon as I take the stream down. I tried messing with it once on stream, and it crashed it, and it was really hard to get it back up. So, I don't really want to mess with it too much. Hopefully my recording came out good, because I recorded a guide in one of these streams. I don't know how many times I've gone live today. It's been a bunch. I'm just slamming these up. YouTube should have a filter, so hopefully it's not notifying you guys. It's not supposed to notify, and it's not something I choose, but in theory, it literally hides all notifications from a channel as soon as you've crossed 4 and 48. So, like, when we post 4 videos in a day, we know that those are not all getting pushed out on notifications. But the nice thing is it means that, like, when something like this happens, I can only hit your homepage 4 times. And so after the 4th time I go live, nobody's being told I'm live anymore. Which is good when I'm worried about spamming you guys, because I'm testing a setup. Because I can test the setup as much as I want offline, and the audio I think I can fix offline, but, like, I can't test like, stream quality, like, is it encoding? Is the video coming through at 1080p while pushing to the internet? I did set up my private channel to be able to stream, but there's a 24-hour lockout to stop you from streaming, I don't know, I guess hate speech or something. So, I will stream to my personal channel next time. Have I heard the PS5's SSD making load times in games almost non-existent? That would be incredible. Would I upgrade to PS5? Is Square Enix on in the feed? If Square Enix is watching, I don't know. So like, if Square Enix would push the game to Xbox, I play Xbox with my brothers once a week, and so I will always keep an updated Xbox. And so right now, I only play Final Fantasy on my PlayStation 4. I've had other games on there, but literally the only thing I'm playing on PlayStation right now is Final Fantasy. So it is a Final Fantasy designated machine, and I would gladly let my Xbox One X do the lifting. I do like the idea that I play on console. So I have a PlayStation Vita, and that allows me to gather like away from. I can use the screen thing to go gather like while I'm in the living room hanging out with my wife, but it doesn't. That's nice, but like now that the Switch is out, I don't use it as often. So I just don't know that I would upgrade if it came to Xbox. The Mac client runs like garbage, so that's not even an option for me. It used to run fine back when the game supported PS3. I'm going to do 10 of these. These things have been selling crazy. I don't know what the Xbox would be. I assume the Xbox One X would be fast. I upgraded from the Xbox One to the Xbox One X, and I am blown away. I don't typically buy an upgrade within a generation. Like if they come out with an S or something, even on phones and all that, I just wait till the next whole number. But I actually moved from an Xbox One to an Xbox One X. Brian and I both pulled the trigger at the same time, and we both got the Scorpio edition, and it's pretty incredible. It's hard to. I'm typically the pessimist out of the two of us, and it's hard to find something wrong with it. It wasn't cheap, so I guess if I was going to point at something there, but no console is, and a gaming PC wouldn't be. So like I can't even with a straight face view that as a real problem. Gosh, I bought a PS3 back in the day, and those were outrageously priced. I bought my PS3 while I worked for GameStop. If you guys have never worked at GameStop, that's an experience. That's all working. I don't have any slots. Everybody's full, so I'll still have the Storm Stat later. Final Fantasy 11 allowed you to jump device to device without a problem. So the problem with 14 is you have to buy every single client. But my PlayStation account and my Mac client worked fine together. There was some like macro stuff that didn't work, but in theory a lot of that's now getting fixed too. And I had to reset up my keybinds, but that's like a one-time thing. So the ability to like play on a laptop on the go and then play on your big TV at home on your console, that's really great. The fact that I have my PlayStation controller, but like I could hook a controller up to my computer. Brian plays on his computer with a controller. I play on my PlayStation. I use this button to turn it on so that I don't have to walk over there and do it. And then I switch to this keyboard. I have my computer keyboard, and I have this keyboard, and then I literally have my computer mouse and this mouse. And I just deal with it. And so my desk looks ridiculous because I have 2 mice and 2 keyboards. And on my desk, I have an Xbox controller, a PlayStation controller. I have my Vita, and so like it's just a cluttered mess. Which I'm in the process of reorganizing this room, which is why there's like junk behind me because usually I move that out of frame. There isn't anywhere for it to go right now. The whole room is just a disaster. Here, I'll show you guys. So like, it's just a mess. But what it is I have these cabinets, and I've been working on these, and so I'm going to build some shelves for them. So I've been using cardboard right there to like mock them up and make sure that I have the shelves that I want before I go buy wood and regret that. So I'm getting closer. And then I'm working, so everything was fine and it was moderate, and now I'm like optimizing and I'm working across the room. So a bunch of stuff got pulled out of those cupboards and it's making its way back in. I'm trying to just get rid of stuff. Oh, we just have too much stuff these days. I don't know. All right. So 1080p is working. That's exciting. I did all my daily stuff. So to switch to minor, I just click this twice. Minor. It does leave me 4 open slots for any items that I want that are unique to that class. So like on my gatherers, I would probably say like this stuff should go over here. So I have the company issued, and then I have my commercial. Thank you. And then I actually have these high cordials, which I don't use very often because they're hard to come by. Regular cordials, I literally, like, they pile up and I sell them off every once in a while. All right. What's up, Ilium? How are you? It's hard to read your names on there. I wonder if I can fix that. You're all green. Can I change that color? The text color is white, but the color of your names, like every single one of you is green. Can I put just... Oh. Oh, this could be good. Let's try this. Oh, that's worse. Oh, that's way worse. Can I make the... If the font's bigger, is it better? No, that's so much worse. I like that it's off to the left. Gross. All right. Eli or Ellie? You didn't see me get the car? I got the car. I like the car. I made a video where, like, I talked about, like, what I liked about the event and what I didn't, and I think a lot of people don't like that I didn't like the event 100% of the way through. Ellie. Yeah, got the car. So yeah, so I can switch to miner, I can switch to botanist, fisher right here, which is just great. I absolutely adore all of this. All right. Cool. Yeah, my niece's name is Ellie. It took you a day to grind it from 30K. So I recorded a guide. We'll see if it turns out. I recorded a guide with the new setup, and it's how you make 100K in under an hour. And so it would take you 2 weeks because it's locked by calendar days, but it would take you under an hour each week. The car will likely go away after the event. They said that they could run the event again. They didn't say they would, so we don't know. And if they are not going to run the event again, or if they plan on running it with different rewards, then I would assume the car would get pushed to the store like previous event items have done, and that the multi-person mounts are typically $30, so unless four people justifies some new higher price. I would also like to see, if they're going to push it to the store, at the same time they push it to the store, I'd like to see them update the whale to be a 4-person mount. I don't know if 4-person was something that was locked by technical issues when they put out the whale, and that's why it's a 2-person. I don't know. And if that's the case, obviously they fixed those, because now we have the car. She's 3. She's 3. Now this panel should move. So I just have to move things off the chat window. Okay. And so it has my little quest thing here. That works. I'm just waiting to see if stream crashes. Like, I'm just waiting to see if it stays good. It seems to, the quality seems to be there. So if I open up stream health, it says the stream is healthy. The stream's bit rate is higher than the standard bit rate by a ridiculous amount. I'm streaming at like 3 times the bit rate, so I will drop the bit rate after, but I'll have to take it off to do that. So yeah, I mean, they're definitely, I get that they're taking the event away. When I first saw the event coming out and it said it was limited, it's like, that's totally fine. That's 100% fine. I get that there's events that have to be limited. What I don't like was that now that I've done the event, I don't actually see why it's limited. Does that make sense? I'm going to put the experience bar at the top. They have these little grids, but it doesn't snap to the grid. Is that a setting I can do? Cancel. Save. Can I snap to the grid? That's weird. Dancer, will it share scouting gear? Yeah, I think it would. I think it would 100% share gear with Machinist. So whatever all of that is, I haven't leveled my Machinist, but that's what I think based on what it looks like. It looks like it would just be a projectile type thing like that, physical DPS. Let's do the... So I'm not sure how I want to do this. So this bar is shared across literally all my classes. So this bar is incredibly important. And I use it like nonstop. And so if we put this here, I want to be aware of cross hotbar because like I do use cross hotbar when I do play controller, but I don't use it the rest of the time. Let's put this here. And then we'll take number 3 to being a 4x3. We're literally just waiting to see if stream goes down, so I don't know that I'll be doing anything too exciting today. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. How do I find time to play so many games? In the last year, I've cut down on the number of games I played. That helped. And then I basically just set goals in each game. So I actually have like some annual goals that I have for each game. And then I make sure that when I'm in those games, I'm working towards those goals. And then if I finish those goals, I move on to the next game. And they're kind of annual. Like with MMOs, they're actually done expansion over expansion. What's a parameter bar? I don't know what goes in the parameter bar. We're going to put it underneath the status info enfeeblements. I feel like those should be further down on the screen. I may hate this. I may get this done and just absolutely hate this. Ugh. I think that they could have left the event in long term and they could have upped the price. So if I put duty list, so this is where you have to have the edit scenes up. So I can run duty list right there, and I could actually, I don't know if you guys can see these scenes when I have it up like that. I can shrink that because I have it set to 60 seconds anyway, so it's only gonna run out of space when a lot of stuff happens really fast. Okay, and editing. We'll try that. We'll leave it like that for a little bit. Oh, no, I want to do one more thing. I want to move this into the middle. There. I would do it in WoW, and I would center, I would have my target just left of my character. I would have myself just left of my character and my target just right of my character, and then my focus target to the right of that. So we'll see. Yeah, it may take a second. First time catching my live stream. Well, sorry you're here on a test stream. We stream every Monday night. Every Monday night we're pretty much live. And then I've been doing a little more streaming lately. I streamed on Tuesday for like 2 hours. You have like 20,000 MGP. You haven't been to the Saucer in over a year. So I'm just coming out with a guide on it, but basically, long story short, do your fashion report, do your weekly CACpot, do your daily mini CACpot, and then knock out the parts of the challenge log you're willing to do. I mean, that's really it. So I think it's neat that they found a way to use MGP. It's kind of weird because they've never done it before. So like I appreciate it. What's up, Tomy? So it's kind of weird because like we've never seen it done, but here's what it is. All right. So that, oh, we had something sell, so I can sell off that storm sap now. I think it was those anchovies. Yeah. I should think they're a vendor item. I buy all sorts of Ender items and sell them for a profit. The Storm Sap just goes for ridiculous numbers. See, I'm just clearing things out right now. Like, I'm just trying to get my inventory gone. Oh no, it's dropping in price. It was at 25,000. The problem is this guy that has 20, like, I can't buy that up. Like, I would have to spend several $100,000 to get this back up to where it was. But look at how much sells every day. I mean, it's several dozen, so, like, it should make it back up into, like, the 19,000 range, but, like, I don't think it's going to make it back to 20. Ugh. So I see a bunch of 5s at 19,000, so I want to come in under them. So we're going to do 18,999. I don't need to be the lowest. I just need to be lower than the ridiculous people. With that total price, that's still almost 200k. Yeah, I mean, I don't really enjoy the gates, so I don't do them, but... and I don't enjoy Lords of Verminion, so I don't do it. I do enjoy Chocobo racing. It's not very efficient MGP per hour. Like, they just take too long. But I do enjoy it. Triple Triad is incredible MGP per hour. You get 18,500 if you finish all of the stuff with them. And then I don't know if the weekly challenges are affected by your this buff that you can have as an FC buff. So, it's like people don't... Yeah, it's exactly like people don't want to make money. Alright. I'm starting to let my money build back up. Every time it gets above 10, I tend to go on a spending spree and I blow it back down to 5. You have over 50 million, but you only have one crafter at 70. Man, that's... Like, 50 million's a lot of money. If you wanted to power level all your crafters, I don't think it would do it. I don't know, it's going to be weird the way this is organized. Does it look good on my botanist? Yeah, it looks great on my botanist. Looks beautiful. Because my botanist, I reorganized all these bars on my botanist. Just recently. What does Blue Mage look like? Oh, it's all over the place. It's a freaking rainbow. Yeah, so this little thing took me a while to set up. I'm going to put out a guide on it. It's one of the guides I recorded yesterday. And basically, you rotate through wheels. So I'm on the tank wheel. Now I'm on the healer wheel. Now I'm on the caster wheel. I don't put Blue Mage in there because I think of it as a limited job. So I'm going to have a limited job wheel instead of putting it on the caster wheel. That way when we get a second limited job, it'll be right here. So when you click right now, there's nothing to go to because there's not a second limited job. Yeah, I don't know. So, like, on the profit thing, like, you want to always make a profit. The problem is if you have, like, stuff from Stormblood that's going to become irrelevant in Shadowbringers, getting something is better than nothing. But I don't think Stormsap falls in that. So I don't know why Stormsap crashes so much. It'll go all the way down to, like, 15,000, and then some big mega millionaire will buy it all the way back up to 30. And that's a great time to sell. So that'll be the last 10 I sell for a while, and I'll wait until it spikes again. I made like 400k off of a single transaction of it the other day. It was crazy. It was just an absurd amount of money. It was like 384 or something. All right. So I've got 16 minutes here until I'm sure that the stream can make it an hour. We haven't made it an hour before. All the other times it's gone down, usually because of something I did. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll just go mine some stuff, I guess. That sounds good. I could probably do maybe a couple of big leaves. How am I doing on leaves? I haven't been using them, so like I've been burning them I'm at 67 allowances. Trying to keep it zeroed out. Zelda Awakening on the Switch? That sounds awesome. I love my Switch. I love my Switch so much. It's good. It's real good. I wouldn't change anything about the Switch. I know a couple people wouldn't mind it being like a little heftier, and I think the 3DS went through that. So they wouldn't mind like maybe like an aluminum frame or something, a little less plastic to it. But I love my Switch, and any more Zelda games, I would buy pretty much all of them. Some Fieldcraft. Oh, these are ones I haven't done before. How nice. Have I done these? No, I haven't. So if I want to have all of them done, I got to do those. I do want to have them all done one day. I'm not even close. You get nothing for that achievement. Like, nothing. If you go into achievements and you go to Gathering and you go to Minor and you scroll down, like, there's an achievement for... Oh, no, it's not. It's under Leaves. I do that every time. It's under Leaves. So if you go to Leaves, you can see all these ones I haven't done. Minor. So, like, if you complete 80 unique leaves, you get nothing. Not a title, not a reward, nothing. You have Smash and Breath of the Wild. Mario Odyssey. I enjoyed the Mario Party, but it's Mario Party. I enjoyed Mario Kart, but it's Mario Kart. But Mario Odyssey I thought was pretty spectacular. So if you enjoyed Breath of the Wild. All right. How much bandwidth do they actually take, Steven? So, like, I have a friend that is looking, like, he plays games off of his cell signal because he travels a lot for work. And, like, I don't know if he can play this game. Like, I don't know if he'll run into a bandwidth cap on his mobile plan. To Falcon's Nest. Yeah, I liked Odyssey. I really enjoyed it. Octopath Traveler is also pretty incredible. I've played a little bit of it on a friend's Switch, and then I played the crap out of the demo until it said no more. I think it was like 10 hours or something goofy. I don't know. It wasn't very long. I don't think it was 10 hours. I think it was like 2 hours or something. But I played the demo several times because you can reset it on like a different profile. The merits of upcycling. All right. Initiate. Okay. Yes. Okay, we'll start on the south end. This is one of the most graceful mounts. The way it lands and takes off. I love it. I think when people saw me criticizing the car, they thought that I was just getting that out of nowhere. And it's just that, like, I really like the way a lot of this stuff actually works. So it's just that it's not as graceful. I don't know why this late into the game they would have mounts that still clip the ground. It just seems easily avoidable. Have the wings come out the top or be horizontal. I mean, just being able to play, like, even if, like, your dungeons and ratings had to be fairly limited. Is there nothing there? I don't know what's going on there. Maybe that's a different leave. Yeah, that's a different leave. Alright. You played WoW for a few hours, took less than 50... Alright. I mean, because that's the problem, is a lot of these mobile plans, even if they're unlimited, they have a cap where they're going to throttle the crap out of you. Like, I watch probably 100 gig a month worth of YouTube. So, I mean, I would have to find... If I lived like he did, I would have to find another way. Which I think is just hotel internet sucks. So, I could do hotel internet for YouTube. He just can't play games on it. So he chooses to use mobile. And like you said, if you're like at work or like you work somewhere that you don't have access to the Wi-Fi, which happens. He works in and around like medical places, so he can't, like, a lot of that Wi-Fi is really locked down. And it would definitely be poor form to log on to WoW while on it, even if you have downtime, to use a client's internet. I can understand why he's hesitant to do it. But yeah, if you just work the market board, flip your retainers, gather, craft. Complete. No. We'll go to Foundation at the end and do it. When you're low level, taking back the free teleport is awesome because it always takes you back to the leave thing. When you get into these higher levels, like sometimes it just takes you to like some random city. The road to pilgrimage. Yes, please. Initiate. I cannot be mounted while initiating. Thank you. Confirm. Can you increase chat font size on the mobile YouTube app? I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. It's not big, especially if you don't have like an enormous phone. Like a lot of these phones are ridiculous. I have trouble with the Twitch font size too sometimes. So it's the same thing. So whatever causes it. I don't know if it's affected, like if there's a setting that just changes font size in general. Like it's probably in like accessibility or something. My quest log is being overlapped. Yeah. So if I pull open my quest log and I move it, does it stay moved? Oh, it does stay moved. Okay, that's the reason I didn't move it. Because I just assumed I was going to have to move it every time. Because I'm having to look through chat. So in the past, I've always had chat on a separate window, but on this new setup, I literally am seeing what you guys see. So I see my own face, and so on. So like my in-game chat is very limited like this. But that's okay. Now, every time I log in and out, does it reset these windows? Like, will I have to move my quest log every time? Or does it remember exactly where I put it last time? Oh, what is this? Okay, so that's what that is. Alright, let's go to HUD. Status info enhancements. I actually don't mind that. I kind of want it close by. Now that I know what it is. I mean, I don't need it for this one because, like, all it tells me is that I can see the things. You play on a mobile hotspot. Okay. Is that because you, like, live somewhere that doesn't offer good internet, or it resets every session? What a pain in the butt. Why couldn't they have locked that to a HUD element? Making you want to move your husband around? Why? I mean, my parents lived in an RV for a while, and they were on mobile internet. But visiting them was so hard, like, and that's just me visiting them. I wasn't living that way. It'd be really hard for me to give up my big fancy, like, 100 down. And I know there's people with more than 100 down, but I have like 100, 150 down. If you found around 7 hacking characters, how you go about reporting them? So reporting is a little bit of a pain. So real money transfer is easy. You just right-click their name, and it's right there. But hacking's a little harder. Oh, move your HUD around. Okay. So it'll just take me to the nearest settlement. That's not necessarily the right place. Alright. Map. Let me get this teleporting. And then I'll see if I can... I don't know if I can open settings while I'm teleporting. So there's a way. Support desk, maybe? It's the same way you'd report like a griefer in a dungeon. It's not easy. I can hit 0 on the numpad on my keyboard. Oh. That's interesting. I play on a laptop keyboard, but I wonder if that's bindable. Other way. I thought you meant our discussing of playing on a hotspot was like, that's it, we're going on the road. Let's jump on down here. I've got 5 minutes left until we are over the time that I believe it's working after that. So we got to work on the audio, because there's a chat delay between my lips and the sounds, and then I need to make it to where I can have Discord working. Because right now I would be totally on my own. It's a binding. Okay. If I do a lot more gathering, that's probably something to keep in mind. Alright. It should be right... There it is. It's like it should be right next to me. I need to move all these abilities. I really like where I put all the abilities on my botanist, so I just need to copy that. I moved them around now that I'm level 70. Like, up until level 70, I was like, who knows? There's so many abilities I'm going to get. I'll just worry about it then. But now that I have level 70 on my botanist... Because, like, level 70 on Fisher doesn't give you that many abilities. They're just, like, fishing is kind of fishing. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you. You can tell I really pushed the time pace for the bonus. Alright. 40 is so many. I feel like at the low level ones you're just gathering like 30 and 35, right? And then my experience bar is at the top. I don't think I like these being at the top. I think I want those somewhere different. Because that's my health pool and everything. I wish you could separate them or run them... Can you run them vertical? That's an intriguing idea. And then with the change of TP, like, is it just going to be 2 bars like every other game? Thanks, Hitomi. Well, I'm glad it's coming through smooth. I was a little concerned about trying to make the move. I obtained nothing. You wish they would allow gathering without the need to switch jobs. Yeah, so like when you repair, it just pulls it off the job. And like when you go turn in supply and provisioning missions, it just tosses experience. So they clearly have the technical ability to make things interactable. I can see why, like, it'd be cool if you just walked up with like your paladin and then you right-clicked on the node and then it switched you into this. Right? You would have to have a couple little things like the ability to stealth in there. But, like, I could just walk up, right-click, it changes me into botany, automatically swaps all my hotbars, because I love having all the abilities. Like, it makes the gathering system so much better, and I should probably burn some GP to, like, up the chances that I actually do this. No vertical, but I can split them. Okay, well, if I can split them, then I can stack them vertical myself. That's nice. Alright, you obtain nothing. Should be right behind me. There it is. I have plenty of cordials, so that's not the issue. Man, this is slow and steady here. One more node. Right here. And then the lock moved. So I could see it switching the job and just kind of putting me in, like... And then, honestly, just making things not attack me while I'm in the node would be nice. I mean, they would only need to allow it for job switching in dungeons if there was going to be nodes in dungeons. Thanks, Daniel. Daniel? You just subbed? Oh, there it is. Subscriber. Daniel Hoffman, new follower. Welcome to the workforce. Cool, that's all working. First sub of the stream. Since I got the notifications working, at least. I don't know if there were any before that. If so, welcome. I'll show you my battle shards. All right. That mount I was just on is like my favorite mount from like an execution standpoint. Like it's beautiful. It works. The animation is stunning. The way it flies is stunning. The way it runs is stunning. And it's so weird that the PvP mount is that beautiful when it's flying, considering you can't fly in PvP. Oh, you just came back to 14 last night? That's exciting. Coming back for the expansion. It's a good time. Yeah, I think World Visit's going to make it really exciting. We've talked about Monday nights or maybe first Monday of the month or something, doing like a big like map extravaganza. On one hand, we kind of want to do it every Monday because we'd love to play with you guys. On the other hand, like streaming every Monday has allowed us to do all these things. Like Brian's leveled all these crafters and I leveled botanists, so I don't want to really give up the streaming time for the amount of like progress I've made. It's been nice to just kind of hang out with you guys while we're making progress. So, you think job switching in dungeons would be good? Yeah, I can see the advantage of it. So like when you play WoW, you can change specs, which means like my druid can swap to tank. So if a dungeon's like falling apart and the tank's like, I can't do this, you can tell the tank, all right, swap onto your DPS, I'll just do it. But I don't know why you can't do it here. Do I suggest streaming on YouTube over Twitch? So it works for Brian and I because we already have, like, we're already established on YouTube. Like, we've published, I don't know, it's like 1,500 videos or something silly now. But I do think Twitch in general has more tools available to streamers as of today. I would love to see YouTube kind of close that gap up. Even just like the bits cheering and stuff like that is available to like really small streamers, and that's really nice. And that's not something that YouTube makes easy to match. I have a lot of control over like how the stream works. Everything can stream to Twitch really smoothly. Setting up YouTube requires like a 24-hour lockout for your account where you basically say, I want to stream, and then it sends you like a text message, and then you're like, okay, I got your code, and then so it just, the whole process is just harder. It's harder than it needs to be, honestly. Maps is a ridiculous way to make money, and it's so much fun. So I like Twitch. The problem with Twitch is it's really hard to establish an audience. So like, it's fun to chat with people, and it's really hard because it sorts from most to least, and so it doesn't make it easy for somebody to go find a new streamer because it's not in Twitch's best interest. Their best interest is just to retain you. And because when you find a streamer you like, you'll stay there for hours, they don't need to introduce you to anybody new, so they don't. And so I really, as opposed to YouTube where like, you could actually watch all of Brian and I's content. You can watch our content faster than we can make it. So when you finish our content, it'll say things like when you finish a video we put out, it'll be like, oh, here's this, here's a video on a similar subject from, one of the many other brilliant YouTubers that cover Final Fantasy. And then you may go watch 2 of their videos and then it may steer you back here. And so we have tried Mixer. The audience just wasn't there for us. I don't know if Final Fantasy has a big Mixer community. So we just found YouTube to be a little more forgiving and easier to break into, but that was more for making videos, not for streaming. For streaming, I don't know how much of an audience there even is over here. We tend to be one of the bigger streamers, and we're not a big streamer because I just don't think there is anybody else streaming 14 to... There are time slots where we're literally the only person streaming 14 to YouTube. Yeah, I think now that the cars are out, that makes the maps even easier because we don't have to worry about people flying and stuff. So we can literally just go, like, do 4 maps and then swap out for a different set of people. Like, if there's other people in chat that want in, we just swap them out. And honestly, Brian and I can pay for all the maps, so that's not a big deal. Maps have gotten so cheap; they're under like 20 grand a piece, and they still have things that drop that go for like, you can still make several million a night doing it. Not everybody in the group makes several million, but somebody will. It's a little bit of a lottery ticket. Get in the car. Let me see here. It's gonna want. You gotta teleport back here. All I have the car bound, I think it's somewhere on this bar. Now that I changed all this stuff around, I can't find it. Nope. Minor maybe? Yeah, minor has it. The Regalia Type G. Dun, 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 dun. So, like, it's a cool animation from the top. I just don't like how, like, clompy that was when it slams into the ground. And I know that's being nitpicky, but, like, it was totally avoidable if they just made the wings more horizontal or vertical. So when you look from here, like, the ground plane... Or make it start transitioning so when you get too close to the ground, it already transitions. So it's in, like, this hover car mode right here instead of this. And it doesn't look that bad when you just come in, like, normal on the flat road. Like, that's not a big deal. Where it looks, like, where I was really struggling with it is, like, it just, when you slam into the ground, like, right there, like, that's, ugh. But otherwise, I love this car. The music is good. It looks beautiful. I love the little details, like the wheels spinning. It'd be cool if, like, the one they sell in the shop is that... It'd be cool if this event comes back every year, and then the one they sell in the shop maybe had, like, a different neon set or something, kind of like the way they do Magitech armor. That'd be awesome. They could sell a bunch of them. They could sell blue ones and white ones, and people would buy them. Like, absolutely. I wouldn't, but people... Oh, nope, 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 nope. But people would. Alright. So we'll teleport back. I don't think I can be mounted in Foundation. Alright. So I finished all 4 of my leaves. That pushes me to over an hour. We are still stable. So outside of audio, is there anything that's not working that you guys see? Like, was the picture really clean? Especially those of you that are not on mobile. So you're probably streaming in 1080p. Like, when I stream on mobile, I'm generally watching... Like, I don't know that it's the difference between 720 and 1080 on my little phone. But maybe some people do. Yeah, if they just had, like, a hovercraft transition and it was just based on, like, an elevation type thing, I think that would have really helped. Alright, collect. Working radio in the car, that'd be cool. Assign your orchestron scrolls to different mounts, maybe? Or flip between them. Okay. Ding! 54! Alright, so that HUD that I want to change, before I forget, is the parameter bar. And I want to see if it will let me... I don't know how to separate it out. So I will just put it, I don't know, move this out of the way. I want it like right there. I want to see it constantly. You know? Okay. Try that. It's not amazing. I wish I could have it as like 3 bars like off to the left. I don't know. I don't know. Cool, thanks, David. That's exactly what I was wondering. So 1080p after an hour, still working great. Says it's archiving it to my computer, so we're going to see how that works. I didn't hit the record button on the software, so I wanted to see if the archive took place automatically or if I have to hit the button. I believe I can hit the button and manually record as well. Obviously, if I wanted any of this footage for anything, YouTube keeps a copy, so it doesn't really matter what my software is doing. But it'd be nice if it tried to keep a copy on my hard drive and then cleared it out if I didn't go get it after a certain amount of time. So yeah, that's it. Do we have a leveling guide? Yes, we have so many leveling guides. Depends on what you're trying to level. There's lots of guides. I think we actually have a playlist called like Final Fantasy Guides, 14 guides, and so you can go in there and kind of check those out. And then as far as like a lot of the like tanking guides, introduction to tanking, healing and stuff, a lot of those are 2 years old now, because they were done early on in Stormblood, maybe even in the end of Heavensward, as we were just getting the channel established. So now that it's been 2 years now. It's been a whole expansion. When the expansion drops, we're going to start redoing a lot of that stuff. We just don't want to do it until we know the battle system changes. So it's buff and rebuffs that can be split. All right. Well, that's a bummer. So yeah, but honestly, like when you're leveling up your first character, MSQ, MSQ, MSQ. Like that's the number one thing to do. Where leveling guides really come in is when you're getting to that second character. So the best source of experience, and it is limited, is to go into your duty finder and go to duty roulette and do the leveling roulette. If you do that every day that you have time, and then you're doing MSQ the rest of the time, you should never, ever need for experience. The amount of experience it grants is ridiculous. So if I go jump on to, like, my white mage is level 40, there we go. That's going to grant a huge chunk of experience, and then if I was leveling a tank, like my Dark Knight, I would be gaining an additional chunk of experience. So if I'm leveling a tank, I jump to my Dark Knight, it's going to grant an additional 4,000, which like isn't a crazy amount, but it does add up. It absolutely does add up. So that's like 2%. So it's a bonus 2% of the level, and then you get all these grand company seals, and it's great. So do your leveling roulette, do your leveling roulette, do your leveling roulette, and then when you do them, be sure you give a commendation at the end, because in your challenge log, see, challenge log ends up under the chat, doesn't it? So if you go into battle, maybe complete 3 dungeons. So if you can do it at least 3 days a week, you get a big chunk of experience. Keep in mind this experience goes out to whichever class finishes it. So if you do a dungeon via the leveling roulette on a level 70 character, if your third one is completed on a level 70, you get nothing. If your 5th one is completed overall, you get nothing. So be sure you complete the last one for any of your challenge log things on a class that can actually get experience, because that's 10% of a level right there. That's 15% of a level right there. Guild Hests, once again, knocking out 10 Guild Hests is really fast, and then you're going to get an extra 30,000. That's 15% of a level right there. The queues are almost instant. And then the main scenario is a big chunk of experience. It's just really long. So only do it if you have the time. Now that the cutscenes are like not skippable, the main scenario roulette right here, which requires that you be a high enough level, which it gives a huge chunk of stuff. So I would do my leveling roulette first. I would do my trial roulette next, and then I would do probably any raids that I have, 50, 60, anything like that. And then I would start looking at like Guild Hests for low-level characters, main scenario for higher-level characters. But it's a huge chunk. It's just you're sitting down to a movie. So just go into that with the right expectation. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you so much for the test stream here. All of you that gave advice. I'm going to work on the audio a little bit offline. What I want to be able to get is I'll go back and watch this and see the audio quality you guys are getting and kind of compare it to what I'm expecting. And then I will see if I can jack with the input settings offline, because it took the stream down when I tried to do it before. And we'll see if we can get it where it's more in sync with my mouth, and it's coming in even cleaner. I can turn on game noise, and I can hear Discord. So those are all things that I cannot do with this setup as of today that I would like to be able to do as soon as possible. So thanks, and I'll see you guys next time.